The story begins during Christmas time. The family in the house was preparing themselves because they would travel the next day. They will spend Christmas time in France. The whole family was busy preparing the bags and the passports. We meet a boy named Kevin. Everyone was ignoring Kevin and wasn't giving him attention. In the downstairs area, there was an officer named Harry. He asks to speak with the owner of the house, but no one was answering him because they were focused on tomorrow's trip and were afraid of forgetting something. Kevin didn't know how to pack his bag, and he asks his siblings to help him, but they mock him and tell him, "You are a failure. You don't know how to do anything alone." Kevin gets upset that the house is full of so many people, yet everyone ignores him and treats him badly. He wishes that he could live alone. Even when he asks his brother Buzz to sleep with him in his room tonight, Buzz refuses and tells him, "It's impossible. I won't let you sleep in my room." Afterward, the children see a man from the room's window. This person's name is Marley. He is nicknamed the South Bend Shovel Slayer because it is rumored that he killed his whole family and is hiding in this neighborhood. The police haven't arrested him because the evidence isn't sufficient. When Marley looks at them, they get scared and go inside. Meanwhile, the officer, Harry, was still downstairs. He asks the children, "When and where are you traveling?" But they don't answer him. A pizza delivery guy arrives afterward. Peter, the owner of the house, comes down to meet the officer and asks him about the reason for his presence. Harry tells him, "I am checking the houses in the area because many burglaries happen during the Christmas season, so I wanted to make sure you have taken your precautions." Peter tells him, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." The family goes into the kitchen to eat the pizza, but the annoying Buzz eats Kevin's pizza. So Kevin gets angry and hits Buzz. The parents get up from the table to separate them. The Pepsi spills on the food, and the cups of milk fall on the passports. Peter yells at Kevin and accuses him of being the cause of all the mess that happened. Kate, Kevin's mother, takes her son to take him up to his room. He was upset that he was being treated this way. Kate meets Harry, who hadn't left yet. She tells Harry that the entire family is traveling to France tomorrow morning. Harry finds out what he wanted to know from the start. He tells Kate, "Don't worry about the house while you are gone. The house will be in safe hands." Kate punishes her son and takes him to the third floor, even though Kevin is afraid of that room. Kevin apologizes. He tells her, "I hate my whole family, and I don't want to live with anyone. I wish I wouldn't see you again for the rest of my life." She tells him, "If you wake up in the morning and you don't find us, you will be very upset, so you don't mean what you said." But Kevin doesn't care and wishes his family would disappear and he wouldn't see them again. He goes to sleep on the bed. At night, a severe storm happens in the weather. Because of it, the electricity is cut off from Kevin's house, and consequently, the alarm clock doesn't work. The next morning, workers come to fix the electricity. Kate looks at the clock and is shocked that they are late. The whole house wakes up late and rushes to get ready and catch the plane. After they are ready, they get into the airport cars and move out. They arrive at the airport and run. Luckily for them, they arrive just in time and board the plane. But after all this, Kate and Peter hadn't noticed one important thing, which is that they forgot their son, Kevin. It turns out that Kevin was asleep in the room upstairs the entire time. He goes out to walk around the house and doesn't find anyone. He is surprised by the silence in the house. He goes into his parents' room and doesn't find them. He hadn't realized yet that all his family had traveled. He goes out to the garage and finds their cars are there. This is because they traveled in the airport cars. But Kevin thinks that they didn't go to the airport. He goes into the house and thinks about an explanation for what happened. He assumes that his wish came true and they disappeared. When he remembers the insults that he was subjected to, he becomes very happy that they disappeared. He celebrates in the house, spends time playing, and does everything he wants, especially the things his parents used to forbid him from doing. On the other side, Kate feels that she forgot something important. She realizes that she forgot her son, and she gets very upset. She suffers a state of frustration. Her family tries to comfort her and tells her, "As soon as we arrive in France, we will call him and make sure he is all right." She says, "How could I forget my son?" We return to the city of Chicago. We see the police officer, Harry, with a friend of his named Marv. It turns out that Harry isn't an officer at all. He is just a thief. He tells his friend, "I found out that a family left their house and traveled to France, so this house will be suitable for us to rob." At the same time, Kevin was sleeping in front of the TV. Harry and Marv arrive in their car at Kevin's house. Kevin wakes up to their sound and sees them passing in front of the house. He understands that they are thieves. The thieves were about to break into the house from the basement, so Kevin runs and turns on the basement light. The thieves understand that someone is in the house, so they take their things and run away. Kevin hides under the bed out of intense fear. But then he says to himself, "I can't hide like a coward. I am the man of the house now." He goes out of the house and says loudly, "I am not afraid of you." But when he sees the shovel slayer Marley in front of him, he gets terrified and rushes back into the house and gets under the blanket. As soon as Kate arrives in France, she runs to the nearest phone. But the phone in Kevin's house was out of order because of the power cut. So Kate calls the police station in the area and asks the employee to send someone to her son's house and make sure he is fine. Indeed, a police officer goes to the house and knocks, but Kevin was very scared and thinks it's Marley. So he stays under the blanket. The officer, after knocking a lot, reports that there is no one in the house and the house is safe. Meanwhile, Peter wanted to book a return ticket to Chicago as soon as possible, but unfortunately, all bookings were reserved, and the earliest booking date will be after 2 days. Peter tells Kate, "I think we should go to the hotel and rest, and the police will check on our son." But Kate refuses this idea and says, "I won't move from here unless I board a plane and return to Kevin." The employee tells her, "We can put you on the waiting list because there might be empty seats on the plane." Kate likes this idea, and they agree that Kate will stay alone at the airport and the rest will continue their trip normally. We return to Kevin, who wanted to reach the shelf to take money, but the shelves break with him, and he sits on the floor. Kevin takes Buzz's money. We see that a spider has been freed from the cage it was in. Meanwhile, the two thieves broke into the house next to Kevin's house and stole literally everything. They are surprised when they hear a voice message that came to the house phone. The message was from Peter, Kevin's father. Peter was saying to him, "My family and I traveled to France." Marv hears this message and is very happy. He tells Harry that Peter's family did travel. They decide to rob Peter's house tonight. Before he leaves the house, Marv clogs the drain and turns on the kitchen faucets to leave his mark on the house. He was used to doing this trick in every house he robs. As for Kevin, he went to the supermarket and wanted to buy a toothbrush. Suddenly, the shovel slayer Marley appears next to him. Kevin gets terrified, takes the toothbrush, and runs out of the store. The store employee goes out to inform the police officer that this boy is a thief. So the officer chases Kevin, but he slips on the ice and can't catch him. Kevin gets upset because he has become a criminal now. He was on his way home. At the same time, Harry and Marv were moving away from the house they robbed, and they were about to hit Kevin. But Harry breaks quickly and tells Kevin, "Watch out where you're walking." But Kevin remembers that this is the same man who was wearing a police uniform and was at their house. Harry is surprised that the boy looked at him in a strange way, and they decide to follow him and see which house he enters. When Kevin looks behind him, he finds them, and he recognizes the thieves who were about to break into his house last night. He decides to enter the house. He goes in to hide in the church. The thieves take their things and leave. When Kevin makes sure that they left, he runs to his house and says to himself, "I will be ready if these thieves come to my house again." Indeed, at night, they pass in front of Kevin. They are surprised that they see people dancing and celebrating in the house. But it turns out that this is a trick Kevin made. He brought some dolls and moves them so that the thieves understand that people are in the house and withdraw from the idea of stealing. Indeed, Harry and Marv leave. Kevin is happy that his plan succeeded. In France, Peter was calling all their neighbors in Chicago, but no one was home. Meanwhile, Kate was offering a lot of money to any passenger going to America, so much so that she offers her jewelry to buy his ticket from him. She offers it to a woman going to the state of Texas. And indeed, the idea succeeds, and a woman agrees. Kate travels on the plane. At that time, Kevin started to feel lonely because it was Christmas time, and he wanted to spend it with his family. He looks at his family photo and says, "I didn't mean what I said, and I want you to come back." In the morning, he goes to the supermarket and buys all the things he needs for the house because he has become self-reliant. He washes his clothes himself, and he gets tired of being alone. The two thieves were in front of the house and were surprised because the house's appearance gives them the impression that no one is home. But last night, the house was full of people. Harry tells Marv to go and check the house. Marv goes to the kitchen door. Kevin sees him from behind the door. So he plays a recording on the TV of a man saying, "If you don't leave here, I will shoot you," to make the thief scared. He lights some fireworks to make him feel that there is real gunfire. Indeed, Marv gets scared and goes back to Harry and tells him that he heard the sound of gunfire and that someone died. But Harry was curious to know what happened and who died, so they decide to wait in the car and see who will come out of the house. Meanwhile, Kate has arrived in America and asks for a flight ticket to the state of Chicago. But unfortunately, all tickets for today were reserved. She gets angry and tells the employee to find a way to manage somehow. She overhears a man and speaks with him on the side. This person hears that she has a problem and has to return to Chicago. So he offers her a ride because he and his musical band are going to Chicago. She agrees without hesitation. As for Harry and Marv, they were sitting in their car in front of Kevin's house. They see Kevin coming out of the house. Harry understands that Kevin was deceiving them the entire time. He goes to spy on the house and finds it's indeed empty. He tells Marv, "We must rob this house tonight." Marv was against the idea because there is a child in the house, but Harry wasn't interested and says to him, "I have wanted to rob this house since I entered it." Kevin spies on them and hears that they will come here at 9 p.m. Marv is convinced by the idea. They don't know that this young boy will ruin all their plans. Kate started to move with the musical band. At night, Kevin sees a man dressed as Santa and tells him, "I don't want Santa to give me toys or sweets. I want my family to come back to me." Afterward, he walks and sees a family gathering and celebrating. He feels sad because he misses the warmth of the family. Then he enters the church and is surprised when he sees Marley there. Marley starts to approach him and tells him, "Happy New Year." He sits next to him and tells him, "I know you. You live next to me. When you see me, just say hello to me normally. There is no need for you to be afraid of me. Many rumors are about me, but they are not true, like that I killed my family. The girl standing there is my granddaughter. I hope you were a good boy this year." Kevin tells him, "This year, I did a lot of bad things, and I made a wish about my family that I shouldn't have made. I love my family, but sometimes I say that I don't love them, even though I do actually love them." Marley tells him, "You certainly love your family in the depths of your heart, but you forget that you love them. They might hurt you, and you hurt them. This isn't because you are young, but because all families are like that." Marley tells him a story about himself and says to him, "2 years ago, I lost my temper while I was arguing with my son, and I told him, 'I don't want to see you again.' He told me, 'I don't want to see you again either.' We haven't met since then, and I am afraid to call him because he might not answer me." Kevin advises him to call his son and tells him, "You don't know if he wants to talk to you or not. Maybe when you call him, it turns out he does want to talk to you. At least if he doesn't answer you, you will be sure instead of worrying like this, especially since we are in the Christmas season, so we must exchange greetings with each other." Marley likes Kevin's words and shakes his hand and asks him to leave because it is getting late. As Kevin is walking, he hears the church bells, so he knows that the time is approaching 9. He runs to the house and says, "This is my house, and I must defend it." He draws a plan to fight the thieves and starts putting traps on the floor, in front of the house, on the doorknob, and everywhere. After minutes, Harry and Marv arrive. They thought that Kevin was a stupid boy, and they will enter the house very easily. They go to the back door, knock, and talk to Kevin, saying, "We brought you gifts because we know that you are alone, so open for us so we can give you the gifts." But Kevin takes out a hunting rifle from an opening in the door and shoots Harry's leg with it. Marv hides his head and gets hit in his face as well, and he gets hurt. They decide to break into the house. Harry tells Marv to enter through the basement, and he will enter through the front door. But he encounters the first trap in front of him. The floor had ice on it, and he slips and falls on his back. Marv also slips as he is going down to the basement, but then he regains control and gets up and manages to enter the house. Suddenly, an iron drops on him and leaves a mark on his face. As for Harry, he holds onto the railing and goes up the stairs and grabs the doorknob, but it is scorching hot and he can't bear it. He goes down to cool it in the snow, and the doorknob leaves a mark on his hand. Kevin is happy that his traps are bringing results. Marv had taken off his shoes while he was going up the stairs because the stairs had a sticky substance on them. He goes up barefoot and steps on a nail with his foot, and he screams in pain. Harry tries to be smart and is going to enter the house from the kitchen door. When he opens the door, fire ignites on his head, so he runs to put out the fire in the snow. Afterward, he runs to break the door and goes in and calls Kevin, saying, "I am coming for you, and I will hit you." Kevin says to him, "Come, I am waiting for you." Harry opens the door and finds a fan blowing feathers on him. Marv comes out of the basement barefoot and finds the house window open, so he decides to enter through it. But as he is entering, he steps on sharp toys with his foot. Harry and Marv meet and Kevin calls them, saying, "Come to me." But they slip on the cars on the floor. They were following Kevin, but they encounter these paint cans in their faces and return to their place. They don't give up and want to take revenge on Kevin. They underestimate him and say, he is a little child and the game isn't over yet. Kevin calls the police and reports them. Harry and Marv run after him, but Harry falls. Marv manages to catch Kevin by the leg, but Kevin takes the spider and puts it on his face. Marv screams in horror and gets rid of it and throws it at Harry. Marv grabs the iron bar to kill Kevin, but he hits his friend by mistake and the spider didn't die. Kevin goes up to the upper floor and gets on the rope to reach the treehouse. Harry and Marv climb after him. Kevin tells them, "Come catch me if you can." Harry didn't want to go down to the house again and go through more traps. They decide to climb the rope and go to him from there. This was the stupidest decision they made because Kevin cuts the rope and they fall on the ground. Afterward, Kevin runs in front of them and is going to his neighbor's house. But Harry stops Marv and tells him, he wants us to follow him to make us fall into his traps. I have a better idea. Kevin enters his neighbor's house from the ventilation opening. When he comes out into the house, he finds Harry and Marv in front of him. They catch him and hang him up. Harry tells him, "We will do to you what you did to us." But Marley appears and hits them on their heads and knocks them unconscious. He takes Kevin to his house. The police arrive afterward and arrest Harry and Marv. The officer tells them, "We know all the houses you robbed because you left the faucets on in all the houses you robbed." Kevin is happy with the victory over them and spends that night in peace. The next morning, Kevin wanted to wake up and find his mother at home. He is upset that she is not there. But after minutes, his mother does return. He runs to her and hugs her. They are surprised that the whole family has returned. Kate asks them, "How did you come?" They told her, "We came by the plane that we had reserved, and if you had waited, you would have returned with us," meaning she would have returned at the same time. Peter hugs his son, and Buzz shakes his hand. Kevin tells them that he brought many things from the supermarket, so the house lacks nothing. When Kevin looks out the window, he finds Marley has indeed met his son and reconciled with him. They hug and wave to Kevin. 1 year later, during Christmas time, the family was preparing to travel the next day. This time, they will travel to the state of Florida. But Kevin didn't like traveling there and wanted to spend Christmas in any other state. He sees an advertisement on TV for a famous hotel in New York. At night, Kevin and his siblings were performing a musical show for the school, and his family was there watching. It comes to Kevin's turn to sing alone. But the annoying Buzz makes fun of Kevin and makes the audience laugh. The sound of their laughter becomes louder than Kevin's singing. Kevin is surprised by what they are laughing at, and he understands that Buzz is the reason. He pushes him, and chaos ensues. The children fall, and the stage decorations are destroyed. Kate yells at Kevin and considers him the cause. The family gathers at night. Buzz apologizes for what he did and says that what he did was a childish act, and he apologizes personally. Kate smiles and asks Kevin to apologize too, but Kevin refuses to apologize because he pushed Buzz because Buzz mocked him. He knows that Buzz will repeat the same actions always because he isn't punished for his actions. Why should I apologize when I don't want to spend Christmas with you in Florida? He leaves and goes up to his room. His mother comes to him and tells him, "Last year, problems like this happened, and the end was that you stayed alone in the house. Since Buzz apologized to you, you must apologize to him. I will leave you to think, and I will wait for you to come down and apologize to him." Kevin tells her, "I won't apologize to anyone, and honestly, I don't want to go with you to Florida, and I don't trust you at all. If I had money, I would have spent the Christmas vacation alone and without you, and I would have enjoyed my time much more than being with you." Kate tells him, "Your wish from last year came true, so it might come true this year too." Kevin tells her, "I hope it comes true." Kate gets upset with him and leaves. The next morning, the airport cars arrive. All members of the house are also late. They quickly gather their things and get into the car. Kate distributes the tickets to them. This time, she makes sure that Kevin is present. When they arrive at the airport, Kevin takes his father's small bag because he wanted to take batteries from it. Then, the family runs to catch the plane because they are late as usual. Kevin stops to put the batteries in his recorder. The whole family runs, and no one notices that Kevin stopped. After Kevin puts the batteries, he tries to catch up with them, but the family goes in one direction, and Kevin goes in another direction. The family goes to board the plane. Kevin was running after a person wearing the same jacket as his father. He bumps into the flight attendant and gets hurt. He makes her understand that his father just entered the plane. The flight attendant doesn't check his ticket and takes him to his father. Kevin points to the person who looks like his father, so the flight attendant takes him onto the plane that is going to New York. This way, Kevin is separated from his family again. He was sitting on his seat, still not realizing the disaster. At the same time, Kevin's family's plane, which is going to Florida, starts to move. Kate feels that something is wrong. Peter assures her that everything is fine and all the children are present. After Kevin's plane arrives in New York, he goes out to look for his family and is surprised when he doesn't find them. Meanwhile, in Florida, Kate breaks down when she discovers that Kevin is not there. Kevin realizes that he is in the state of New York. This way, his wish has come true again. He isn't upset. He is happy. He decides to wander in the city and enjoy it. He walks and sees the city landmarks and takes pictures of the places he goes to. Kate and Peter go to report their son's disappearance. The officer expected that Kevin was still at Chicago Airport, and it didn't cross his mind that he boarded another plane. He tells them, "I will inform Chicago Airport security about this." For a big surprise, we see Harry and Marv in the state of New York. This is because they escaped from prison and came here, meaning they are in the same state as Kevin. They steal money from a person wandering in the street. As Kevin is walking, he sees a woman with pigeons standing on her, so he gets scared by her appearance and runs. Afterward, he crosses the street at the light. An employee asks him, "Where is your father?" Kevin tells her, "My father is in a meeting and will come later. He gave me his credit card to book the room with it. Book a room for me with this card." The employee believes him. Meanwhile, the officer tells Peter and Kate that Kevin has no trace at the airport. He asks them for a picture of Kevin to look for him. Peter was about to take Kevin's picture out of his wallet. Here, he discovers that his wallet isn't with him, and it is in his bag. And the bag is with Kevin because Kevin took it when he was looking for batteries. The officer learns from Peter that his credit card is also in the wallet. So he tells Peter, "We will contact the bank so that as soon as your son uses the card, we can determine his location." Kevin, at the same time, arrives at his room in the hotel and is amazed by it. He is happy with the big bed and the many suites. Afterward, he goes down to the swimming pool and eats what he wants and watches TV. He is spending the vacation he desires. Afterward, he takes out his father's notebook and finds his uncle's address written in the notebook. So he thinks about going to visit him to take gifts from him. He looks at his family photo and opens the window and tells his mother, "Good night." Kate, at the same time, says to her son, "Good night." The next morning, the hotel employee is suspicious of Kevin because his father still hasn't appeared. Kevin lies to him and tells him, "My father was with me in the room and went out." But the hotel employee doesn't believe him and goes to check Kevin's reservation and finds out that the credit card is stolen. Meanwhile, Kevin orders pizza and a limousine to take him. He asks the driver to take him to a toy store. On the other side, Harry and Marv didn't have any money, so they decide on a new robbery. This time, they decide to rob a toy store, and they see that this is the most suitable store to be robbed because no one will expect a toy store to be robbed during Christmas time. To their surprise, Kevin arrives at the same toy store they will rob. He goes into the store and is impressed by all the toys in it. He sees children playing with the toys for free. Harry and Marv arrive at the store and plan to rob it at night when it closes. Kevin goes to buy a toy and pays for it with his father's money that was in the bag. The employee is surprised by the lot of money he has and asks him, "Where did you get all this money from?" Kevin tells him, "These are allowances I took from my family." He also tells the employee that he loved this store very much because they allow children to come in and play in it, unlike the rest of the toy stores. The employee tells him that the owner of the store loves children very much, and all the money the store will earn today, the owner will donate it to a children's hospital. Kevin likes this idea, and he takes out $20 and donates them to the children's hospital. He tells him, "The children need this money more than I do." The employee thanks him and decides to give him a gift because he is a respectable boy. He gives him 2 toys in the form of carrier pigeons and tells him, "Take one for yourself and for someone you love, because the carrier pigeon is a symbol of friendship and love." Kevin thanks him and leaves. But after he leaves the store, Harry and Marv come out after him and see Kevin. They can't believe their eyes. They go to stand behind him. As soon as Kevin sees them, he screams and runs out, and they don't leave him and run after him. Kevin quickly stops to buy chains in the form of small balls. He undoes the chains and throws them on the ground. So Harry and Marv slip and fall. Kevin arrives at the hotel. He thought that he will be safe, but the hotel employee takes the credit card from him and accuses him of being a thief. Kevin runs away from him and goes into the hotel, and the employees can't catch him and bump into each other. He gets into the elevator and enters his room. Security enters his room, but Kevin tricks them and plays the TV. Security thinks that Kevin's father is talking. Kevin takes advantage of their distraction and escapes from the back door. But when he goes down to the garage, he finds Harry and Marv in front of him. They catch him and take him with them and move. They wanted to take him to the subway to torture him freely without anyone seeing them. The stupid Marv tells Kevin how they will rob the toy store at night, but Harry silences him because he shouldn't reveal their plan. Afterward, they stop at a pedestrian crossing. Kevin thinks about how to escape from them. An idea comes to him. He bothers the woman standing in front of them. The woman thinks that these two are harassing her and hits them. Kevin takes advantage of what happened and escapes. They try to catch him, but Kevin gets on a carriage and disappears from their sight. But they don't give up and feel that they will catch him again. Meanwhile, Kevin's family was sitting in a hotel near the airport because they were waiting for the police officer to call them. They are upset because this is the second time Kevin has ruined their Christmas vacation. The officer calls Kate afterward and tells her, "We found out that your son is in New York because he used the credit card in a hotel there. But the police are looking for Kevin because he escaped from the hotel." Kate decides to go to New York and says, "Kevin surely escaped because of the credit card." Peter expects that Kevin might go to his brother's house in New York. Indeed, Kevin goes to his uncle's house, but no one is in the house because Kevin's uncle was spending Christmas in France. When he learns that no one is there, he walks in the area, but he is afraid of the appearance of the people because most of them were homeless. He stops the first taxi, but the driver's appearance was also scary, so he gets out of it. He enters the park, and he wants this vacation to end and to return to his family. Afterward, he sees the woman surrounded by pigeons appear in front of him. He wanted to run away, but he finds his leg got stuck. She helps him and takes his leg out. He runs away immediately, but stops when he realizes that she helped him. He goes back to apologize to her because he was afraid of her because of her appearance and the pigeons around her. He tells her, "The pigeons surely love you because they are always next to you." She approaches him and makes him throw food to the pigeons. He is amazed by the sight of the pigeons going towards the food. He asks her if she knows a warm place he can stay in. She tells him, "I know a good place." And she takes him to the opera house, specifically to the upper floor with the musical instruments and the pigeons. She tells him, "I don't have friends. These pigeons are my friends, and they are who I take care of in my life. All people, when they see me in the street, ignore me." Kevin tells her, "My situation is similar to yours. I am marginalized at home, and everyone ignores me because I am the youngest." She tells him, "Everyone wants to have attention and for people to listen to them." She tells him a story about herself and tells him, "2 years ago, I was engaged, but my lover stopped loving me. Since then, I have lost trust in people, and I am afraid to love again and have my heart broken." Kevin tells her, "Try and try again. Maybe your heart isn't broken at all, and maybe when you try to love, it turns out to be a good relationship. And if your heart was really broken, you wouldn't be so kind to me." She thanks him for the advice and tells him that this is the first time she has spoken to someone in years. She advises him to do good deeds during Christmas. He thanks her and wishes her luck and leaves. He goes out to walk and sees a boy on the balcony and remembers the store owner's words about donations to children. Afterward, he runs to stop Harry and Marv from robbing the store. He enters his uncle's house from the ventilation opening and draws his plan with which he will stop the thieves. He takes out some tools from the house and starts preparing new traps because he will lure the thieves to this house. He prepares stronger traps than the last time, and he intended not to spare them. Meanwhile, Kate arrives at the hotel Kevin was in and speaks to the employees badly because they let her son escape. They try to apologize to her and offer her a complimentary room as a gift. She doesn't care about this talk and tells them, "My son disappeared, and I don't know his location." Peter tells her, "I will go to the police station, and you stay in the hotel." But she refuses and wants to go out and look for him. But the employee tells her, "New York City is a dangerous city, and is full of crime. Kate was determined to go out and look for her son and isn't afraid of anything. She slaps the employee when he tries to speak again. At the same time, the toy store closes. Harry and Marv come out from the place they were hiding and steal all the money in the safe. Kevin arrives at the store and sees them. He makes a small trap at the door. Afterward, he draws their attention and takes a picture of them with his camera. He breaks the store window so that the burglar alarm goes off. The thieves get angry and run quickly before the police arrive. When they leave, they step on the trap that was outside. Harry flies in the air and falls on the car. Kevin takes a picture of them again, so they get angrier and take off after him. Kevin goes to his uncle's house and goes up to the roof and provokes them. Harry calms Marv and tells him, "Don't forget that we were arrested last time because of him." But Marv thought that Kevin doesn't have a plan this time and will be caught easily because this isn't his house. Harry talks to Kevin and tells him, "I will make a deal with you. Give us the pictures and we will leave you alone." Kevin tricks him and tells him, "I agree. I will throw the pictures to you now." But he throws a brick that hits Marv's head. Kevin wanted to hit Harry with the brick, but every time he throws the brick, it hits Marv. Harry promises him that he will take revenge on him and is going to catch Kevin. Marv gets up while he is dizzy and tries to open the front door, but he finds a rope comes out in his hand. When he pulls the rope, he encounters the first trap and a nail hits his face. Harry is going to break into the house from the back door. He finds a ladder and wanted to climb on it, but Kevin had put a slippery substance on it, which makes him fall on the ground. Marv gets rid of the nail and breaks the door. It turns out that Kevin made a hole, and he falls into it. As for Harry, he reaches the back door, and when he breaks it, screwdrivers and many tools fall on him. Marv gets up, and his body is broken. He steps on a substance that makes him slip on the floor. He encounters all these paint cans, and they fall on him. Afterward, he gets up and wanted to wash his face from the paint, but he finds the faucet is electrified, and he gets his share of the shock. As for Harry, he was worried about the electric outlets in the house. When he turns on each one, he was taking precautions. After a while, he understood that they don't have traps, but when he opens this outlet, fire starts and ignites on his hair. When he looks in the mirror, he is shocked and has to put his head in the toilet. Marv doesn't have time to breathe, and a sack of cement falls on him. Afterward, Harry and Marv meet. They were climbing the stairs after Kevin, but Harry stops him and tells him, "Last year, Kevin hit us with paint cans in our faces, so let's pretend that we are climbing." Indeed, Kevin is tricked and throws the paint cans, and they don't hit them. They pretend that they got hit. After Kevin throws 2 cans, they think that they are safe now and they can go up. But they encounter this column in their faces. They were very tired, but the traps haven't ended yet. Kevin tells them, "Follow me," and they follow him like fools. He pulls this doorknob, so this shoe rack falls on the stairs and hits them and sticks to the wall. Afterward, Kevin goes up to the roof and comes down using this rope. The thieves arrive and were coming down after him on the same rope, but they smell a strange odor. It is revealed that Kevin put gasoline on the rope and lights the rope on fire. The fire catches them, and they can't bear the heat of the fire and fall on the ground. All the paint cans fall on them. Kevin reaches the nearest phone and calls the police and reports the toy store robbery. He informs the police that the thieves' location will be in the park near the fireworks. He hangs up the phone and lets the thieves see him. He runs with them towards the park, but he slips on the ice, and the thieves manage to catch him. They take him to the park and tell him, "You shouldn't have caused trouble with us because we are dangerous." Harry takes out the gun to kill him, but the pigeon lady saves Kevin. She throws pigeon food at the thieves. All the pigeons gather on the thieves, and they can't get rid of them. Kevin thanks her and lights the fireworks so that the police know the location of the thieves. Indeed, they arrive and arrest them. They see evidence of their robbery of the toy store. Kevin is happy with the victory over them. The owner of the toy store finds a message Kevin left for him. He apologizes to him and tells him, "I did this to catch the thieves, and I will try to send you money to fix the glass." The store owner remembers the boy. As for Kate, she was looking for her son in the streets and shows his picture to people and to the police officers. The officer tells her, "The city is very big, and we will try to help you, but you are looking for a needle in a haystack. Think if you were in your son's place, where would you be now?" Kate thinks that Kevin will surely be at the biggest Christmas tree in the city. Indeed, Kevin was at the tree. He says, "I don't want any gifts anymore. I just want my family, and I want to see my mother now." After seconds, his mother does arrive and sees him. He is surprised that all his wishes are coming true quickly. He apologizes to her, and they hug and leave. Kevin's whole family spends that night in a room in the hotel Kevin was staying in. When they wake up in the morning, they are surprised by the amount of gifts that came to them. It turns out that they are from the owner of the toy store. They were excited and wanted to open them, but Buzz silences them and tells them, "We are in this luxurious hotel because of Kevin, so he is the one who must open the first gift." Kevin is happy that Buzz respects him and acknowledges his presence. He greets Buzz, but he remembers the pigeon lady and decides to go to her to greet her because she is alone. He gives her the pigeon he took from the owner of the toy store and tells her, "This way, we will be friends forever, and I will never forget you." She thanks him and hugs him. Here we reach the end of the Home Alone film duology. We will meet in a new recap. Thank you for watching.